Hey everyone, David here from Another Eden Adventures. How are ya? How is life? By now you may have heard people online, like me, saying, I'm not going to spend my Chrono stones now, I'm going to spend them on Alma. But who the hell is Alma and why is she so important? Don't forget to like and subscribe because this video took me exactly 100 million gazillion years to make. And don't forget to follow me on Twitch if you're on it. Thank you so much for your support. Back to the video. Alma was first announced in Japan in June of this year, 2022, with a fancy pants trailer, and my first reaction was, check out those pink stockings. They have like clouds on them. And look at that pink pussy cat and that little gun. Since then, we've come to realize that there are a lot of things besides Alma's looks that make her unique. The first thing is that she is Another Eden's first Crystal Zone setter. So now you can team her up with your favorite crystal team and absolutely kill it. Let's look into this further. So when you activate Alma's crystal stance and you awaken her Another Zone, she has a potential for an extra 60% for all crystal moves and a potential for an extra 160% on weak enemies. And to add to that, you have the potential for up to 220% on her crystal moves and another extra 130% on other element moves. So remember this extra 220% damage on weakness and check this out. So Alma has this thing called scope, and the crazy thing about scope is that it changes the element of her attack to her target's weakness element permanently. So if your enemy is weak against fire, your attack will become a fire-based attack. This reminds me of a more targeted version of Shion Alta's paper tiger technique, which creates a two-way permanent swap of the target's resistance and weakness. If you thought that was interesting, let's see what happens when you stack on Alma's other skills. Firstly, Alma can go into a trance state, which gives her plus 50 power, plus 50 intelligence, and plus 50 speed for 3 turns, plus an extra 100% critical rate and magic critical rate continuously. Note, however, you can only get into this trance state by consuming 5 arcanas, where you can earn 1 arcana per turn and or 5 directly when you go on lunatic. And speaking of lunatic, Alma's Elixir Ray lets her restore 50% HP and MP plus restores her lunatic. That's right, this skill lets you potentially go on lunatic unlimited times in a battle. So back to Alma's trance. Once Alma goes into trance state, check out her Cristo Flago skill, which, after giving 2 times extra large crystal type piercing attacks, you give 100% plus damage when the target is weak, and because you've given your enemy scope, you'll give an extra 900% damage with a 10 times multiplier. And if for some reason your opponent isn't absolutely dead yet after this insane amount of damage, check out Ether Alchemia, which gives 1 XL crystal magic attack on a single enemy and inflicts poison, all while ignoring barriers. Note that it doesn't ignore resistance and it doesn't reduce the barrier count. It gives a 1400% damage with a 15x damage multiplier. And this is just Alma acting on her own. Just think of the damage you could do if you combine her with other crystal units and their unique skill sets. So how does she rank in Ultima's tier list? I know it can be subjective and blah 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 blah, but I figured it might be interesting for people who want to know what the general feel is about Alma compared to the other units in Another Eden in Japan. Right now, Alma has a 97 ranking, which puts her just below Miyu ES and above Garyu. And if you're curious who is currently number 1, 2, and 3 in Ultima's tier list, it would be Pizzica, Mistrara AS, and Claude ES, respectively. Also did a teaser video on Claude ES, by the way, which I'll link below. So knowing all this, Should you pull for Alma? Well, personally, I would absolutely be spending some Chronostones on her. Not only because she's our first Crystal Zone setter, but also because of that cool pink pussycat of hers. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe, and catch me on Twitch or Facebook if you're there. Thank you so much for your support. Love you all, and see you at the next video.